Spokane, Washington. We are going to give you a lesson on chilies. They've got them from all over the country here. It's next on In La Cocina, but first, here's what's on the menu for today's show.
Coming up on In La Cocina, we take a trip to DeLeon's Foods in Spokane, and we get a quick history on chilies. And while we're there, we'll stop in with head chef Mario DeLeon. He makes me a chicken chipotle snack that will make your mouth water. And we'll head to the cookwithus.com kitchen for some smoky carne asada and some fresh pico de gallo. It's all next on In the Kitchen, In La Cocina. In the Kitchen is brought to you by the Hispanic Food Network. Visit our website at www.hispanicfoodnetwork.com.
Welcome back to In La Cocina, In the Kitchen. I'm your host, Mike Gonzalez, back at DeLeon's Foods in Spokane, Washington. We're going to give you a lesson on chilies. Man, they have an awesome selection here from all over the country. Check these out: chili guajillos, chili anchos, castaño de amarillos. They even got New Mexico chili pods, just to name a few. Let's take a closer look to see what they've got.
Chilies range in flavor from mildly smoky to blazing inferno. On top of that list is the habanero pepper. It ranks as 10 on the HFN-TV Inferno scale. We're talking this thing is caliente, it's hot. I mean, it's gonna burn your lips off after you eat a habanero. So we will say, eat that thing with caution. Let's take a look at some of the most popular chilies used today with varying degrees of hotness. The chili puya. These are a dried red chili. They've got a hotness of about 4 or 5, similar to the guajillo, but much smaller and much hotter. Japones. These are a dried red chili, and they're about an H3 on the HFN-TV hotness scale. This is the most common dried red chili and seems to be sold everywhere in the Mexican sections of the markets, including DeLeon's. Japones are almost always missing their caps and stems. They have great flavor. The guajillo is a dried red chili, 4 to 7 inches by 1.5 inches. It ranks about a 3 or 4 on our hotness scale. This chili is notable for its smooth skin and the flavor of chocolate. The ancho. This is a dried black chili that's pretty mild, about an H1 or H2 on the HFN-TV Inferno list. On that hotness scale, it's okay. It's pretty mild. The arbol chili is slender with a sharp point. Dried arbals are excellent when you want a bit more heat than the commonly available japones provide. The arbol is easily recognized from its long, slender form. Nuevo Mexico chili is a dried red 4 to 6 inches by 2 inches wide roughly. This chili is used as a major ingredient in New Mexico chili powder and in various Mexican sauces. It's very similar to California chili, but tends to be just a bit hotter.
So you could see the extensive selection that they have here of chilies, but I got to tell you, my favorite chili is the chipotle chili, and they got an awesome selection here. And essentially, all a chipotle is a jalapeno that's smoked and dried. So we're going to head into the kitchen with Mario DeLeon to see what he could do with these. Welcome back to In La Cocina, In the Kitchen. I'm Mike Gonzalez alongside Mario DeLeon. We are in the DeLeon's kitchen, and you know, we've been talking about chili peppers all day. We got another really good dish with chili peppers. What are we going to make, Mario?
Today we're going to do some chicken with chili chipotle and honey.
And what's up with the chili peppers here in the adobo sauce?
These ones already come in a can and already, you know, cook and everything.
Right.
You just have to put them in the blender, put some honey, and then you just rub it into your chicken.
All right, well, let's get started. And what's the honey do? Does it give it a little bit more texture?
Yes, a little more texture.
Obviously flavor, and a lot of people like honey.
Because the pepper's already cooked, so.
And how much water should you use, Mario? Is it kind of like feel? Just
like 2 ounces.
Yeah,
like that, 2-3 ounces, not too much. That's correct.
If you use too much, it's going to make it watery, right? So you could brush it. I mean, have you ever marinated it, or does that get too much?
There's a different kind of way to do it. You know, you can use chili chipotle, you can use chili guajillo.
Yeah.
You know, you can use some of these chili peppers that come in pretty soon. Those hash peppers coming from New Mexico.
Yeah.
And that's big for us. And then if you want to too, if you can just grab some onions.
Oh yeah, I love onions.
That way
Oh yeah, I like that. So you can brush that over the onion.
Yeah.
And how long should you actually grill the chicken? Is it just kind of a
Well,
feel
your
process?
chicken,
You gotta take a look at it.
Yes, your chicken has to be the right temperature most of the time. You know.
I'd imagine it depends on the type of
Yeah,
grill that you're
and
using.
how thick is your piece of chicken.
Right.
But usually I think it's 10 minutes.
So 10, as a rule of
Yes,
thumb.
yes.
But obviously, if it's pink inside, don't eat it.
Yeah, if it's pink, don't eat
Yeah.
it. Make sure it has to be good.
yeah.
And most of the time, usually what I always like to do is just grab it so it doesn't stick. And you can start seeing changing the color already.
And plate them. Okay, so our chicken is done. It's time to plate this thing. That looks good, Mario.
Yeah.
You saved me a piece, right?
That's right.
Those aren't both for you.
No, it's just a quarter piece for you, the rest of it's for me.
What? Oh, no. And I love the onions that we've grilled.
Yeah.
I love grilled onions, and that just gives it a little bit extra flavor, some extra texture. All right, we'll let this cool off a little bit, then we'll take a bite. All right, let's give this thing a try, Mario. Got some good kick to it. All right. And you can always come here to DeLeon's on Francis, just east of Division. Best Mexican restaurant in all of Spokane. All right, we'll be back right after this.
In the Kitchen is brought to you by the Hispanic Food Network. Visit our website at www.hispanicfoodnetwork.com.
Welcome back to In La Cocina, still at DeLeon's. We're with the owner, Sergio Deleon. Always good to have you here.
Mike, thank you for coming.
All right, we love DeLeon's. We want to talk about, first of all, the selection that you guys here, because it's really the most extensive in the Inland Northwest, without a doubt. I want to touch on your hot sauces a little bit, because we were in that section today, and you guys have the most extensive in the Northwest, right?
Yeah, I mean, we bring salsas all the way from Yucatan in Mexico, so yeah, we have a big selection of salsas.
And that brings us right to our peppers. You guys have a lot of fresh peppers here, all sorts of fresh fruits. Let's touch on these a little bit, because we were talking a little bit with our producer, Dwight. Based on the colors, is sort of like the hotness.
Yeah.
So the Anaheim peppers, these are kind of similar to Hatch. So talk about these a little bit.
You know, the Anaheim, they're actually from, it's a California pepper, whereas the Hatch are very good peppers, and the season for the Hatch is actually so short. I mean, it starts the mid of August, and then we'll be getting the Hatch here in town like August 21st.
Yeah.
And that's when we're gonna actually start roasting the peppers.
All right. We're gonna talk a little bit more about the Hatches.
Yeah.
Let's continue with this stuff. I don't even want to touch these because I'm scared. This is the habanero.
Yeah.
Can you touch those?
Well, you know, I actually just make sure you don't rub your eyes after you touch them. But yeah, they're actually one of the hottest peppers. I mean, we make some salsa here with it, and it's when you actually blend this, when you make it into salsa, it looks like a cheese sauce. So a lot of people think it's a cheese.
Yeah, your brother always does that. Every time I come here and I eat a burrito, he's like, "I got some extra cheese sauce," and I'm like,
yeah,
so
they're pretty spicy.
Right, let me go. I'm gonna have to wash my hands after this. So then finally, we're gonna just talk about these yellow. These have good flavor though.
Yeah, these actually have a good flavor. You know, these are very good actually. If you put them on like on a barbecue grill, and you can even stuff them with a little bit of cheese, just any kind of mozzarella cheese, and put them on the grill, man. They're good.
And these are the serranos, right?
Well, no, this is a jalapeno.
Oh, these are the jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Oh, there's the serranos.
Yeah, jalapeno serranos. You know, the serranos is a little bit smaller. It looks like a jalapeno, but the serrano is hotter.
These are hot, right?
Yeah, these are hotter than the jalapeno, and good chilies.
Yeah, it's a good trick to play on people. Here, eat this. Yeah, have a serrano. It's not hot. All right, let's talk about your Hatch chili peppers, because this is a big deal for you guys.
Yeah.
And you're one of the only people, really in the state of Washington that actually roast the peppers. So talk about the whole process.
Well, you know, the Hatch is a great chili, and again, it comes from the region of Hatch in New Mexico, and they're so great. They have a great flavor, and I mean, we use them when that season comes, and we use them in a lot of our food here, a lot of our dishes. And you know, we get them in, we roast them, and people actually take them. I mean, they buy by the pounds of it, and they come from all over the Northwest just to grab these chilies. And they freeze them, and then they're taking them out of the freezer as they need them. And again, they have a great flavor, awesome chilies.
Yeah, what is it about the Hatch peppers? Because I'm from Miami, so I know the Cubano food. So you know, as you've schooled me up on the peppers, I can't believe how many varieties there
Yeah.
are. But what is it about the hatch?
The hatch, you know, it's just a great chili. Again, it's only in that region where they grow. It's actually it's a little bit dry, I guess, and it gives it a distinct flavor to the chili itself. And I mean, you can get them in medium and hot, and a lot of people they prefer the hot because they make a great salsas or just any kind of dish.
Yeah, because last year, folks, was my first time with the roasted hatches here at DeLeon's. It was really good.
Yeah.
I was really surprised how the whole process goes. And, you roast them. It's so good.
Yeah. Again, you know, people come from all over when we roast them, and I mean, we go through them so fast. I mean, this year we're just gonna double our orders for just.
All right. So they're gonna be here the 21st. How long do you guys actually have them? Is it just until you have them in stock?
Well, we're gonna be getting quite a few more pallets this year, and we're gonna be getting them on the 21st, right before the 21st. We'll be roasting 21st and 22nd, and then the following weekend. So we'll be roasting for 2 weekends, and so we're gonna have enough stock this year.
All right. So the main thing is you just got to get here before people get here. So
Yeah.
first come, first serve basis. All right, Sergio. Always
Thanks, man.
great talking to you. Coming up next, we're gonna go in the kitchen with another cookwithus.com recipe. We'll be right back.
In the Kitchen is brought to you by the Hispanic Food Network. Visit our website at www.hispanicfoodnetwork.com.